The ancient era draws to a close as the earth trembles, signaling the awakening of a long dormant and terrifying primal energy deep within the world. Beneath the churning surface of the dark ocean, a force beyond human comprehension begins to stir, threatening to reshape the very foundations of our existence. Colossal waves rise like liquid mountains, swallowing the land and erasing centuries of history in a single, devastating surge of unstoppable and watery destruction. Radiant azure light bleeds from the ocean's depths, carving massive vortexes into the sea as the planet's core releases its ancient, bottled up primal power. The horizon blurs as the sky and sea unite in a chaotic dance of doom, marking the final moments of a world once thought to be eternal. Silence breaks as the abyss exhales, a terrifying precursor to the arrival of the legendary sovereign who has ruled the lightless depths since time immemorial. From the crushing pressure of the deep, Leviathan rises, a titan of scale and shadow, its armored body shimmering with the cold light of ancient electricity. Its eyes burn with the fury of 1,000 submerged volcanoes, locking onto the world above with a gaze that promises only ruin and salt. This is the ruler of the abyss, a living fortress of bone and scale, whose every movement commands the tides and makes the continents themselves shudder. With a single flick of its colossal tail, stone mountains crumble into pebbles, and the ocean is driven back in a display of raw physical dominance. A guttural roar echoes from its throat, a sound so deep it vibrates through the very crust of the earth, challenging anything that dares to breathe. But the sea is not the only domain with a king. High above the storm, the heavens ignite with a golden fury that rivals the sun. Descending through the atmosphere like a fallen star, the Thunder Eagle appears, its wingspan casting a shadow of death over the turbulent waves below. Cloaked in the storm's embrace, this celestial hunter possesses feathers of reinforced bronze and a beak forged in the heart of the world's first lightning strike. Every beat of its mighty wings generates high-voltage spheres, turning the air into a lethal conductor for the sky's infinite and untamed electrical power. The Lord of the Sky circles its prey, its predatory instincts honed over eons, waiting for the perfect moment to strike at the heart of darkness. With a piercing cry that shatters the wind, the heavenly hunter begins its descent, a bolt of living lightning aimed directly at the ocean's king. The collision is inevitable, as the sky falls to meet the rising sea, two ancient gods of nature rushing toward a confrontation that will break reality. Leviathan unleashes a concentrated torrent of oceanic pressure, a liquid spear meant to pierce the heavens and bring the winged intruder down into the cold. Agile and deadly, the Thunder Eagle dances through the onslaught, its metallic wings whistling as they slice through the very spray of the Leviathan's breath. Lightning meets the tide in a cataclysmic impact, a fusion of elements that creates a blinding supernova of energy, shaking the very foundations of the earth. Talons of thunder grind against scales of diamond, creating a shower of sparks that illuminates the dark battlefield, like 1,000 dying stars in the night. The Sea King retaliates with hidden strength, lashing out with powerful tentacles to drag its aerial foe into the crushing, lightless depths where it is supreme. A desperate tug-of-war begins between the weight of the ocean and the lift of the storm, as neither side yields in this struggle for dominance. The arena has transformed into a landscape of pure apocalypse, where the land is gone and only the fury of the storm and sea remain. With a strike of pure voltage, the eagle rends the thick hide of the Leviathan, drawing blood that glows with the bioluminescent energy of the deep. Agony fuels the beast's counterattack, a headbutt with the force of a tectonic shift that sends the Skylord reeling into the chaotic winds. A devastating tailstrike connects, fracturing the air and sending the winged predator spiraling into the heart of a spinning, watery vortex of certain death. Around them, the remnants of the old world are tossed like toys, while the two titans continue their savage dance within the eye of the hurricane. The air itself becomes a weapon, static electricity crackling with such intensity that the rain turns to steam before it can even touch the churning sea. Using the ocean's gravity as its ally, the Leviathan leaps toward the clouds, intending to crush its rival under millions of tons of prehistoric muscle. Rising from the spray like a phoenix of lightning, the eagle ascends to the highest reaches of the storm, preparing for its final, most devastating maneuver. At the water's surface, the Sea King concentrates every ounce of its primal essence, forming a sphere of concentrated plasma that hums with destruction. High above, the Thunder Eagle becomes a conductor for the heavens, drawing in the entire storm's electrical output until it glows brighter than 1,000 suns. The final moment has arrived. The King of the Depths and the God of the Clouds prepare to unleash their ultimate power against each other. With a roar that silences the storm, the Leviathan breathes a pillar of destruction upward, a beam of concentrated oceanic power designed to erase the sky. Simultaneously, the eagle descends as a living spear of celestial lightning, a golden bolt of absolute judgment falling toward the rising blue tide. Where they meet, reality fractures, a void of pure energy forming as the opposing forces of heaven and earth fight for total dominance. Then everything disappears into a blinding white void as the sheer magnitude of their power consumes the battlefield and resets the balance of nature. As the light recedes, the roar of battle is replaced by a haunting silence, the violent storm having been spent in one final moment of destruction. Wounded but alive, the Leviathan retreats to the safety of the lightless trenches, its ancient duty fulfilled, waiting once more for the world's call. Above, the Thunder Eagle soars on the last of the storm's winds, its golden eyes reflecting a new dawn as it vanishes into the clouds. The islands are gone, claimed by the sea, but the primal energy they guarded has been sealed away once more by the creatures that fought. Nature has emerged as the true victor, establishing a fragile peace that will last until the cycles of time demand another clash of titans. The order is restored, the legend returns to myth, and the world waits in quiet anticipation for the next awakening of the primordial lords.